This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the CEO and Executive Chairman of Mawson Gold, Mr. Michael Hudson. Michael, how are you today?
I'm very well, thanks, Gerardo. A bit of morning voice there, down under here. Thanks for having me again.
Well, listen, Down Under is delivering Southern Cross Gold, of course, your 51% owned subsidiary, and soon to be, part of a merger. We'll touch on that here in just a bit, but just delivered 124.8 grams per ton gold over 3.6 meters in an 80-meter step out. Let me re-say that. 124.8 grams per ton gold over 3.6 meters in an 80-meter down dip step out. Absolutely phenomenal. It was far from one hit. Phenomenal results, top to bottom. I'll let you provide the context, sir.
Well, this is one hole that was released by Southern Cross down on the 100% owned Sunday Creek project, hole 118, Gerardo, and it's a bit numbing the kind of results that this project keeps delivering. I suppose you've given a little bit of color around that hole, but it was mineralized from 450 meters down hole down to 1180 meters, so an 800 meter intersection from top to bottom. It had two of the top 10 hits in the project. It hit that intersection you spoke about, which was 80 meters below anything else we'd ever hit in the deposit. So around about 1.05 kilometers. Let's go with that. So the system's continuing at depth. These systems get better at depth, and that's the tantalizing thing, is that we're just seeing these extremely high grades becoming more and more common as we go deeper. So the tantalizing prospect is that we just mightn't be in the best part of this system just yet. But it had another number of other high-grade intersections, including 0.7 at 604, half a kilometre away from that intersection that we just spoke about, for example, right? So it's knocked it out of the park in just highlight intersections. But the key points for us are that it shows continuity up the hole. So we're testing the continuity of the rungs of the ladder, which are the veins that host the gold. And there's multiple rungs down this ladder, if you like, and we hit them all where predicted, and the grades stacking up, and we put examples of that in the press release, and then just to see the tenor of the grade, and then how it's extending down at depth, that deeper than ever before are the key messages.
What comes next? And obviously, I'm biased. I followed the company and the project for quite some time. I could tell everybody what comes next is probably more blockbuster results. And the fact that you think you're just getting to the better part of the system is again, it can't help but make you excited and giddy. But what do you expect next from this project?
Yeah, so the hit rate has been phenomenal. I don't think there's anything better in terms of 100-gram meter intersections or above, divided by the amount of drilling that we're doing. So we're hitting about every 1,000 meters, we're hitting a 100-gram meter hit, which puts it right at the top of the tree in terms of global discoveries and hit rates. And that's important because where it's going is let's hope it continues is the simple point. But there's very good reason to hope for that. We put out an exploration target based on about 40 kilometres of drilling earlier this year, and that stated 1 to 1.6 million ounces at 7 to 10 grams gold equivalent. That was in about a third of the area that we're drilling, with hits above us and outside that exploration target already at the time. We've extended that now since we put that out. We got old mines along, say, a kilometre trend, and that exploration target is only a third of that trend. If the trend continues, and that's where we're drilling now, we've got a 60-kilometre program, so we're going to more than double the meters. We've got 4 rigs today going to 5, and 6 by September. We'll more than double the meters in this project over the next year. And if it continues where those hits and old mines are above us, and continues to develop like it has where we've drilled in the other 2/3 of the area, then we think we're on our way in terms of our aim to 3 million ounces at 10 grams, and that would put us into absolutely top tier global territory in terms of inventory of gold in the ground at that extremely high grade, and then that 1 kilometre is only 10% of the entire trend, which exceeds 10 kilometres. So really, we're only 3% of our way into the discovery, and so much more to come.
I absolutely can't wait. I believe there's 10 holes that are being processed. Is that correct?
Yeah, so that I was giving you the next year, but if you want to know the next month, there's 10 holes as always. There's always news flow with 4 rigs and soon to be 5, and one of the most exciting gold discoveries on Earth, just continuing to deliver, and we're starting to drill out into those. Well, actually, the focus is twofold: to extend out into those areas that I was just talking about, but also to focus on the grade. And we've got downhole navi drilling, which is a navigational downhole drill driven by water, high water pressures, and we can become very precise where we want to put that. So we have a parent hole and we deviate off like spider's legs down under the ground, and we're targeting some very high grade areas where we've hit plus 500 gram hits, and they're separated by 20 meters. And if we can start to infill that and drill that out, those very high grade areas, then that's the way to fame and glory in this project, also to build ounces very quickly at extremely high grade. So dual focus on grade and volume.
Now, listen, I know early in the Sunday Creek days, there were analogs that were often brought up in regards to the geology and the model type. And, I know at times there was some pushback on the frequency of the analog that was referenced. And now you are the analog and Sunday Creek is the analog. So congratulations on that. Absolutely excellent work, sir. And now the analog is hardly ever mentioned, right? So I find it interesting how these things evolved. Heck of a job. Congrats to you, the Southern Cross team, the team at Mawson, and excited for the rest of the year.
Thanks, Gerardo. And we've got a lot happening corporately. We're going to simplify the ownership of this asset and not have it in 2 separate companies, and it will be dual listed, which will bring a hell of a lot more eyes on the company, and that's going to play out over the next 3 or 4 months also. So lots of catalysts, both technically and corporately, to be very excited about.
Excellent. Looking forward to it. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Gerardo.
Cheers. Hey everybody, Gerardo Del Real here. If you're enjoying the content that you just saw, you can let us know in 3 simple steps. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and please share across your network and on social media. Take care, everybody.